We're just going to glide right over it.
Look, there's maybe 7 people who understand what I just said. All right. Good Lord. We've got Orex versus MVD in a set in top 8.
Winner semis.
Yes. This matchup, I think, is pretty difficult for Peach.
Mad difficult, I would imagine.
She doesn't really get to float exactly where she wants to a lot of the time. Or maybe, like, can float to avoid certain things, but it's forced into certain float situations where Snake can then set up other things.
Yes,
but
for
she
sure.
Also has, like, sometimes the burst to just randomly kill Snake with, like, a parasol read, or sometimes she gets a favorable turnip. Sometimes she's just able to outframe Data Snake, which is not easy.
Yeah, but most of the time you see her trying to get around what Snake does, and man, talk about around, go throw it around. That grenade explosion to the up air, I believe. Oh.
And that, he died at 100, which is not like crazy for Peach. But the thing is, because she's so light and that's not crazy, like you'll consistently see her die very early. 100%, at 100% up tilt will kill on the ground.
Right.
Like, she's always got to be looking out.
I mean, she's already a lighter character, and Snake, being a super heavy, already has heavy hitting moves, up tilt #1, and that up air is dumb strong as well.
It's basically up tilt, but in the air.
Yeah, but in the air.
So you just shift it up a cut, like, that's nuts.
Aerial up tilt.
Now, normally, Peach is a character who's like, yeah, I'm down to take trades all day. But so is Snake, and he does it better because he's heavier.
He's heavier and hits harder.
Literally built for it.
Oh, the Nikita.
Okay,
MVD tried to cover himself.
Yeah. Orex had that weave, the movement.
Explosion.
Normally, a lot of good shield pressure comes out of Peach, but when you have that grenade, doesn't matter how good anyone's shield pressure is.
Side B bouncing off Nikita. Oh, no. Maybe he didn't recognize the grenade was right there, but doesn't matter. Sets him up for some edge guard. Potential still there. He has control.
Ooh, they almost taking another stock the same way. Setting up into that up air.
Oh my gosh, the fair? What?
That would have been wild. Immediate forward throw. And now another grab is definitely going to kill. Like, there's no way we don't set up into a forward tilt that'll kill across stage, or now it'll just combo into an up tilt, which absolutely killed yesterday. Or we get a pivot grab from Orex and he just kills with a back throw.
Yep, the booty too strong. Back throw gonna send that stock. And actually still an advantage. 177 though, so he can't get touched. Jab would kill.
That's exactly what I was talking about. That might have just killed if we found the right setup from Orex. Great.
Oh, for sure. I think so. With all that rage. And Parasol already sends pretty high above Peach. Yeah, pretty high.
After setting up with an up air on that platform, of course.
And look at this. Like, this became such a, like, disadvantage for Orex that now this, I mean, honestly, he could take a stock right now.
Oh, gotta watch out for the Nikita. Let's see how he weaves around it. Great movement. Holds the block there, but that's okay because there wasn't really enough time for MVD to set anything else up. He's living at 200%. And I said this against Marcel when he was playing Marcel. He was playing against Pichu and lived to 187.
Right, yeah, and that's, like, those aren't percents you normally see against that character.
No. This is ridiculous to see surviving at this level.
Finally at 211.
That light of a character.
Yeah. 211, forward tilt is going to take Orex's second stock. Wow, the grenade right there actually stopped him from grabbing the ledge because Parasol hit it.
Showing at 40. And this is, even though we saw living to 200%, we could see him live to less than half that on this stock. So he's really got to clean up his plate here before MVD runs away with this.
Lingering hitbox on the back air, still managing to keep MVD in control. Picks up the grenade.
Gets the combo.
Wow, yeah, Orex turned that into a pretty great situation. Oh, nowhere to go.
Yeah, that close to the ledge. I mean, too far close to the ledge, and snake down throw pushes you off. Reading the roll.
Yeah. And that's the second time, like the same trap, because he dropped the grenade and then grabbed him, and, you know, down through, and every time, or both times, Orex rolled away from the grenade, which is what caught him the down smash at the ledge, and then what got him killed right there because he rolled away from the grenade as well.
That's why he puts the grenade there, is he wants to condition you to roll away from it.
Yeah.
You don't want to roll into the grenade and take the combo out of whatever MVD's going to set up, right?
That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's tough.
There's the mix-up of do like get up attack here because that's going to punish him for trying to dash this distance to come on goal. Or do I mix up my timing on my neutral get up?
Right.
Like, it's scary.
It is. It is absolutely scary. Running it back to PS2, it's not a bad stage, but I can't help but wonder if maybe you want Snake on this stage with all this room to set up traps, throw grenades, and have all this stage control.
Yeah, I guess so. The question there is, are you happy with this room because it gives you room to move around the projectiles? And maybe if the platforms are all spaced out, he doesn't cover as much of the stage at once. But it still feels like it's very
favored.
Yeah, it's super suffocating still.
Yeah.
Now the other side of that argument though is if you take him to a small stage, like Smashville, which is a really good stage for Peach.
Oh, but then you have nowhere to go from the explosions.
Yeah.
Everything's always in your range.
He's still covering a lot.
Oh, this is a good character, man.
Yeah, Snake's just really good, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Up tilt taking Oryx's first stock, and we're right back at it with the first game, looking for some kind of way to get back into it, find some advantage. But MVD, look at how much. Look at, like, the traps are actually just well placed.
He's pulling grenades at points where he says, okay, for the next 10 seconds, you're not allowed to be here.
Yeah.
And because he's not allowed to be in that spot, he can process, process of elimination, say, okay, you have to be here or here. I pick one and I win. Whew.
Trying to chance the up smash in between. Not going to do it, so we're right back into neutral. The turn up throw. Oh, he had the right idea.
Just barely whiffed it, and that's going to be down throw. Waits for the roll.
I'm terrified.
He down throws again. It resets
so scary. Look at that.
That was terrifying. Orex barely had the timing to escape.
Ooh.
Sitting at 136. This is an up tilt. He was dropping low. He's getting real low like he's trying to play limbo here.
Yo, look at all these. Man, Snake, the one-man army, dude. Explosions everywhere. The mine, the C4, or the C4, the grenades, the missile. And then every now and then the up smash is a factor. Ooh,
yeah, there it comes.
Oh. It's crazy.
Man. And now we're seeing a percent where you can't even shield safely.
Yeah, because the grab will lead into the conversion. But down tilt taking the stock right there. I don't actually think I've seen down tilt kill.
Yeah, neither have I. But it's, I mean,
I know it can. Poke. It's just so funny.
It's very funny. And what do you do against that move? It hits your shield. You can't actually punish it on shield because it's not like super safe.
It's like pseudo safe. Yeah. Like the pushback is enough. The range at which it hits is pretty large already, and you don't want a chance trying to punish something you're hesitating because Snake will just
up tilts you for missing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you just die.
Okay, trying to go for the parry, but maybe expecting a back air or a nair. Great mix up from Orex for the down air, but still playing from quite a far bit behind.
Yeah, look at exactly. Yeah, it's so terrifying.
Tried to shield grab, and it looked like the shield grab came out faster than the next option.
Right, yeah, but he got jabbed for it. Exactly. And I bet you MVD knows that.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
Kicks. Yeah. Fist bumps. You know, what do you do? The traps are too... Not only are the traps well configured where he is, but he's always moving. So that means the traps are always in a different spot every time.
Is one of the fastest Snakes that I've ever seen in my life. Probably the fastest one, right? He can constantly... Not only is he setting up the trap, but he is always resetting up a different trap. Always... placing it. His C4 never stays on the stage for too long for you to remember